What does curing cancer, getting antibiotics, and having a vaccine all have in common? They have all been tested on animals. Could you imagine being sick and there's nothing to help you recover? Or having a small child that has the chicken pox or the flu? How would you be able to help them become healthy again? You would really need to rely on the proven test results from labs that test on animals. So I stand here before you talking about one of the most traditional approaches on testing medicines and chemicals, scientific experimentation on animals. Scientists use animals for these tests for many reasons, mostly because they have the closest gene set to humans. Therefore, the test results are the most accurate. They use animals like hamsters, guinea pigs, rats, mice, monkeys, and baboons. Testing on these animals gives you the most reliable results out of all of the tests there are, such as magnetic resonance imaging, which is also known as an MRI, is a medical imaging technique used to visualize internal structures of the body in detail. Unlike rodents, the human race is a very valuable asset to the future of our planet and lives. We cannot afford to use them as experiments. It is just far too dangerous. Scientists test liquids, solids, gases, and electricity on animals. When they test, they are serious about what they are doing. Why? Because first, it is way too expensive, and second, it is for our own good. When scientists see harsh images of animals that are being tested, they have to accept the fact that these tests are literally for our own good. If we didn't take this seriously, nobody would trust cures, antibiotics, or even over-the-counter drugs because they could have been tested wrong and ended up not being noticed. They could have been labeled wrong and ended up writing symptoms for the wrong drug, or many other problems could have occurred. 80% of these tests are for research in drug development to help improve our everyday lives. Scientists have been able to cure a monkey's paralyzed limbs because of an electrical brain implant. Could you imagine how great that would be to do on a human? If you were coming out of the war with the paralyzed limb, wouldn't you want something to help you move that limb again? Colin Blakemore, a professor of neuroscience, says, in order to find cures for incurable diseases, we would need to include experimentation on animals. It actually gives a purpose to some species that would otherwise do nothing for us in this world. So why should that be illegal? Why would you want to punish scientists for creating cures and vaccines for humans with the loss of just a few animals? Animals that can reproduce much faster than humans can. People think this cruel and inhumane, but those are fallacies. Fallacies are the opinions with no and incorrect reasoning. How do these people know that we are hurting these animals? I have a friend who is like a brother to me. 2 weeks ago at 11 o'clock, when you were all in your bed, he was caught in a house fire. The house was very new until all of a sudden they smelled gas coming from the garage. He was trying to clean it up when it reached to an open flame and burned him badly. His legs and arms were burned. A couple Wednesdays ago, he was finally let out of the hospital with bandages on his legs and arms. Before he left the hospital, the doctor told him that he had infections occurring in his legs. In order for him to get through this painful experience, he needs help. He needs an antibiotic that will get that infection out of his body. And to find the most reliable antibiotic, scientists need to test on animals. That is why I'm here, to prove that scientific experimentation should be legal. I mean, clearly it helps more than it hurts. The main purpose is to figure out whether the medicine or chemical is either safe or effective for humans, considering that we all have the same gene set as animals. The results would come out the same as if we were testing on animals. Plus, there are far more animals on this earth to test than there are humans. And to get me wrong, I love animals, but if they knew how much they were helping us, I think they would understand. Thanks.